Overcast and 73 right now here on the campus of Davenport High School, where it's the final game of the Comal Clash Baseball Tournament. And we're so glad to have you out here with us this afternoon as the Davenport Wolves will take on the Johnson Jaguars here in just a moment. Johnson will be the visiting team. Of course, they'll be coming to bat first, as right now the umpires are discussing particulars. And warm-ups happening right now for the Davenport pitcher. Right now, Tristan Hamlin on the mound for the Wolves. Freshman pitching. As a matter of fact, we found out that his last outing was back in last March. So this essentially is first start of the 2021 campaign. And he will face a Johnson Jaguars lineup that looks like this. Leading off will be second baseman Ryan Farber. Zach Benson, the catcher, will be batting second for Johnson. The shortstop is Chris Cardona. He bats third in the Jaguar order. Mason Cron at third base will be batting cleanup. Barrett Johnson, the left fielder, batting fifth. Matt Flores King will patrol right field and bat sixth. Ethan Blanchett, the designated hitter, bats seventh. Connor McBrearty at first base, bats eighth. And Johnny Anderson, the center fielder, rounds out the batting order for Johnson this afternoon. Right now, we're just about ready for first pitch from Hamlin. And to the plate to lead things off for Johnson, this is second baseman Ryan Farber. Takes that one right across the plate for a strike. Hamlin, a left-hander. So he gets set. Farber set the plate. Here's the next pitch. This one high for a ball. Johnson plays in this final contest with a couple of wins under their belt in this tournament. Hamlin steps off the rubber right now. Johnson, a 10-1 win on Thursday against the East Central Hornets. Next pitch, this one away. For a ball, 2-1 the count on the batter, Farber. In action yesterday, Johnson picked up a 9-1 win over the Holmes Huskies. This one high for ball three. So right now, Hamlin trying to get his bearings on thing. As Farber's out in front of the Davenport pitcher, 3 balls and 1 strike. Farber the set. Here's his next offering. This one high for a ball, and Jaguars have a runner on first base with nobody out, and that'll bring to the plate catcher Zach Benson.
Batting for the Jaguars, number 1, Zach Benson, catcher.
Correction on that name, it is Zach Beeson, not Benson. I put an N in there inadvertently. But anyway, catcher stepping in. Hamlin's pitch, this one over for a strike. Hamlin may sound familiar. He was a starting quarterback on that 8-1 Davenport squad. Multi-sport athlete like many of these players out here in the field for the Davenport Wolves this evening. Certainly bring you that to your attention as the game comes along. Inside, throw down to second. And the runner has a stolen base. So the current situation, runner on second with nobody out. And a 1-1 count on the Jaguar catcher, Beeson. An overcast sky, as we were mentioning, winds at last report, they say about 18 miles an hour. Could be a little stiffer than that out there, however. And there's a grounder. The umpire, I believe, is saying that one's foul. So that'll run the count to a ball and 2 strikes. Yeah, Beeson ripped that down the third baseline, but just outside of the bag. And he steps back in with a 1-2 count to face Hamlin. Hamlin the set. And the home plate umpire calls time. And Beeson steps back in. Hamlin the set and the pitch. This one, once again, ripped down third base line for a base hit. This will score a run. Beats it on with a stand-up double. And just that quick, Johnson with a 1-0 lead on Davenport.
Now batting the shortstop, number 11.
Stepping to the plate, shortstop Chris Cardona.
On the run for the catcher, number 3, Trevor Clark.
Courtesy runner at second base for Beeson. That'll be Trevor Clark. Number 3 to occupy second. Umpire says let's get back to play, and that's the case as Cardona, the right-handed batter, steps in to face Hamlin. Hamlin's first pitch, Cardona swinging for a strike. And the count is 0-1. Here comes the set as Hamlin checks the runner at second. His offering fouled off on the first base side. The count now 0-2 on the batter, Cardona. Hamlin, as we were talking about, a freshman, several freshmen on this squad. Certainly makes things very enticing for Davenport head coach Ryan Canan. Know he's going to have a majority of these group of men for the duration of their high school baseball career. Hamlin looks the runner back to second. And Cardona steps back in with an 0-2 count. Here's Hamlin's offering. This one popped up. That one on to center field. Griman makes the catch. The throw down won't get the runner. So right now Clark stands at third base with 1 down on that fly out to center. Griman hauled it in. And the cleanup batter, Mason Cron, the third baseman, steps in for the Jaguars. Cron, tall, right-handed batter. Clark, decent lead there off of third base. Hamlin set this one inside for a ball. 1-0 is the catcher, junior Ty Boren. Out to have a talk with his pitcher. As we mentioned at the onset, this Hamlin's first outing of the season, of the 2021 season. Said he last pitched last March, about a year ago, when he was in 8th grade. Pitched this one outside for a ball, running the count to 2 balls and no strikes. On the Johnson catcher. Runner at third and Clark, 1 down. Here's Hamlin. This is a quick shot to the third baseman. On to third. Steps on the bag for a double play. Great heads-up play that time by Meckler to catch the liner and cover third. So we've got a run on 1 hit. No errors and no runners left on. We played half inning. Our score, Johnson 1 and Davenport coming to bat. This is the Wolves Network.
Oh, yes. Boom. I got a few more obstacles. Much better. Hit it, Enzo.
Arrivederci. Buongiorno.
Wheeler Dealers. New episodes Tuesdays at 9 on Motor Trend.
I got some things to get off my chest, so I'm going to go ahead and kick this one off. Receivers, notoriously divas, we know that. You really going to say that as a player? How many footballs are on the field at one time? Carry the 2. Remain 1.
Speak for yourself. Weekdays at 3 p.m. Eastern on FS1.
Watch FS1, GVTC, channel 515.
I'm Andrew Zimmer, and we're showcasing the unique cuisines that put the tastiest locations on the map.
There's a story on every corner.
From hot spices in Asia, it is good, to exotic seasonings in Africa.
I've never had anything like this before.
It's a celebration of life.
Bizarre Foods, delicious destinations, Monday at 10. Cooking Channel, stay hungry.
Watch Cooking Channel, GVTC, channel 127.
Is back.
I'm ready for
Back with you now to Davenport High School, where our score now Johnson on top of the Davenport Wolves 1-0. And the Wolves coming to bat now in the bottom of the first inning, and they'll lead off with center fielder Emmett Griman. Griman, a right-handed batter, comes in with a .378 average. Here's a pitch. This one a strike from the Johnson pitcher, Britton Woodard. See if we can set that Jaguar defense for you here momentarily. Woodard set the pitch. Griman fouls this off down the first baseline, or first base side rather, and the count is 0-2. Defensively, we were notified between innings of a change defensively for Johnson. We'll give you that information in a minute. This one, Griman pops up. This one out of play. Behind him for a strike. Across the outfield from left to right will be Ethan Blanchette, Johnny Anderson in center, and Matt Flores King in right. Cron at third, Cardona at short, Farber at second, and McBrearty at first for the Jaguars. This one inside for a ball. Count now 1-2. Zach Benson behind the plate for Johnson, and on the mound, Britton Woodard. Woodard sets. Next offering to Griman. This one fouled off as well. Emmett Griman, 1 homer on the season. That one pitched inside. pop up to the pitcher. And there's one away.
Now batting for the Wolves, third baseman
So,
number 9, Cody Meckler.
Griman pops out. That'll bring up third baseman Cody Meckler. Let me give you the batting order real quick of Davenport this afternoon. Griman, we saw leading off there, who just flew out to the pitcher. Cody Meckler, the third baseman, hits second. Caleb Pacheco, the right fielder, will be hitting third. Locke Taylor at first base. Bats cleanup. Here's the pitch to Pacheco. This one, fly ball out to right. Matt Florida's King over to make the catch, and they're two away.
For the Wolves, right fielder number 14, Caleb Pacheco.
As Pacheco steps in. Pacheco, right-handed batter. Locke Taylor, as we mentioned, bats fourth. Bubba Thompson in the 5-hole. He'll be the DH. Kyler Payne at shortstop bats sixth. The pitcher Tristan Hamlin will be batting seventh. Tristan Rudewick, the second baseman, hits eighth. Is this pitch inside to Pacheco for a ball? 1-0 the count to the Wolves right fielder. And Braden Mulkey, the left fielder, rounds out the batting order for Davenport this afternoon. Here's a line shot to the shortstop, Cardona. The stop over to McBrearty to retire the side. So for the Wolves in the bottom of the first inning, no runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. We've got one in the books here from Davenport High School. Our score, Johnson 1, Davenport nothing. Back with more in just a moment right here on the Wolves Network.
Oh, yes. Boom. I got a few more obstacles. Much better. Hit it, Enzo.
Arrivederci. Buongiorno.
Wheeler Dealers. New episodes Tuesdays at 9 on Motor Trend.
It's every occasion, passion, the preparation.
1, 2, 3,
Every game, every day.
It's all been built up. Now it's time to play.
And it only happens here. Every play, every run. It's every pass and score. It's everything you love, and it's everything we live for. This is big. Only on Big Ten Network.
Back with you live at Davenport High School this Saturday afternoon as we see the Wolves faithful in attendance. Also our neighbors from just out Bulverde Road there in San Antonio from Johnson High School making the trek down to Davenport High School to watch their Jaguars in action. They're holding on to a 1-0 lead now as we head to the top of the second inning. Tristan Hamlin's going to face the 4, 5, and 6 batters in the order, which will be third baseman Mason Cron. Barrett Johnson, the designated hitter, will be batting second in the half inning, and right fielder Matt Florida's King, the right fielder, hits third. Little conference on the mound as third baseman Mason Cron steps in.
Designated hitter number 5, Barrett Johnson.
Or correction, that is Barrett Johnson leading off the top of the second inning. Hamlin said delivers as Johnson pops this up, the designated hitter. Shortstop Payne over to make the catch. 4 and out. Good heads-up play that time by the Wolves shortstop. So now the right fielder, Matt Florida's King, comes up to bat. So Johnson led off. Florida's King, it'll be left fielder Ethan Blanchette, the third batter in the order for Johnson here at the top of the second. Florida's King, right-handed batter. Here's Hamlin, the set and the pitch. This one low and inside. They're going to say it hit him. So that'll put Flores King on first base.
Now batting left fielder number 16, Ethan.
Now stepping in is left fielder Ethan Blanchett. Number 16, one out here in the top of the second inning. Blanchett check signals with his third base coach. Hamlin the set. And the umpire calls time. The runner was breaking to second, that being Flores King, but timeout called, so he'll have to go back. Looked like the Wolves had apparently had Flores King picked off there. And Chet, here's the set by Hamlin. He checks the runner at first. Comes home with a high pitch for ball one. 1-0 the count to Blanchett. Hamlin this time goes to first. Get the runner back. Flores King back in. Steps in, this one inside for a ball. Stolen base that time by Flores King as he's on at second. Count 2-0 to the Jaguar catcher. 5-6 record for the Jaguars, 2-1-0 in district. Got their campaign started back on the 23rd of February with a 14-0 win over San Antonio Madison. Here's a pitch inside. However, it's fouled off. Third base side runs the count to 2-1. Matter of fact, these Johnson Jaguars didn't suffer their first loss of the season. This until the 27th of January, or correction, 27th of February, when they fell 7-2 to Round Rock in Round Rock. Here's the set. This one gets away from the catcher. And that'll move the runner, Flores King, on to third base. Three and one the count to the left fielder, Blanchett, runner at third. Last time this situation was set up, stellar double play at third base was turned by the third baseman Meckler. This one outside for a ball. Runners on the corners now with one out.
Now batting first baseman number 17, Connor McBarity.
Connor McBarity, the first baseman, now steps in. Face the freshman pitcher Hamlin. Hamlin set, looks the runner back to third. He will regroup here. Matter of fact, we were mentioning Johnson's first loss of the season, which was back on February 27th to Round Rock. They fell the following game. Here's got the runner picked off at second. Or at first, rather. But he's into second. Runners at second and third now for the Jaguars with one out. Pitch coming home, this one high for a ball. Count 1-0 to the batter, McBarity. Johnson would fall to Clark, as we mentioned, on the 2nd of March, 4-2. They did 2 in a row before they would play to a 3-all tie at a tournament with Dripping Springs back on the 4th of March. Ball fouled off. It's a ball and a strike. Now on the Jaguar first baseman. Hamlin's pitch, this one high, running the count to 2-1. Once again, one out. Runners on second and third. Here's the offering. This one swung on and missed, leaving that count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Hamlin said he delivers. This one fouled off down the first base side once again. Count will remain 2-2. We're talking about the youth of this Davenport squad, which we'll get back to after this pitch. Outside for a ball, and the count is now full to the first baseman, McBrearty. 3 sophomores on the defense right now for Davenport. Taylor at first, Cody Meckler at third, and also Caleb Pacheco on the outfield as this one's fouled off. Looking at that defense for Davenport, several, as we talked about, multi-sport athletes. Of course, Hamlin, who we talked about quarterbacking the Wolves last season. Braden Mulkey is a multi-sport athlete, along with Griman in center. And that one will load the bases.
Now batting center fielder number 9, Johnny Anderson.
So that'll bring up the center fielder, Johnny Anderson. That'll bring a visit to the mound. Don't you have to try and talk to Hamlin, settle him down a little bit? Because the situation is that runners on all sacks, bases loaded, with only one out. So a little bit of struggle, a little bit of rust needed to be locked off by Hamlin. As Anderson, the left-handed batter, steps in. So it's lefty on lefty right now with one out. Here's Hamlin's offering. This one low for a ball. Count is 1-0. Florida's King at third. Blanchett at second. McBrearty at first with just one out. This one swung on and missed to even the count at 1. McBrearty comes with, Hamlin comes with the set, the pitch. That one grabbed the corner for a strike. Count now 1-2 on the batter. This pitch fouled off down the third base side for a strike. 1-2, 1 run for Johnson in the top of the first. Davenport failed to answer in the bottom. Here's Hamlin's next pitch. This one fouled off as well down the third base side. Count remains at 1-2. Johnson got this half inning started when Barrett Johnson, the designated hitter, flew out to the shortstop. Florida's King was hit by a pitch, stole a base. This one a swing and a miss. And Anderson's down on strikes. First strikeout of the afternoon for Hamlin. That brings us back to the top of the Johnson order for second baseman Ryan Farber. Two outs, bases loaded as Farber steps in. Hamlin's pitch, this one ripped down the third base side for a foul. It's 0-1. Farber reached on a base on balls back in the top of the first, scored on the Zach Beeson double. For the lone run of the contest thus far this afternoon. This one outside, it gets away from the catcher. Coming across to score is Florida's King. Runners advance. In the count 1-1 to the second baseman Ryan Farber. Pitch, this one high. This one gets away from the catcher. That'll score another run. McBrearty will advance to third. And here in the top of the second, our score now 3-0 Johnson. Farber checking signals with his third base coach once again. Stepping in with a 2-1 count. 2 down here in the top of the second inning. Hamlin's pitch outside for a ball. It's 3-1. Hamlin set. The pitch. This one lined into left. What a catch by Mulkey. All that went in to retire the side. So we got 2 runs on no hits No errors and a runner left. We head to the bottom of the second. Our score, Johnson 3, Davenport nothing. More baseball action on the way here on the Wolves Network.
Oh, yes. Boom. I got a few more obstacles. Much better. Hit it, Enzo.
Arrivederci. Buongiorno.
Wheeler Dealers. New episodes Tuesdays at 9 on Motor Trend.
Back with you now at Davenport High School. Let's take a look at the batting lineup all together now. Griman leading off. Meckler bats second. Pacheco batting third. Locke Taylor, the first baseman, will be batting cleanup. Bubba Thompson will be batting fifth. Kyler Payne sixth. We'll see them this half inning. Tristan Hamlin, the pitcher, bats seventh. Tristan Rudewick will hit eighth. And Braden Mulkey will be batting ninth. So that's Griman, Meckler, Pacheco, your leadoff three. Taylor, Thompson, and Payne, your middle three. Hamlin, Rudewick, and Mulkey round out the batting order for the Davenport Wolves this afternoon. That'll bring to the plate Locke Taylor, the first baseman. Here's the pitch. This one low to Taylor for a ball. Taylor comes in batting .364. That is coming into play today. Pitch. This one fouled off third base line for a strike. Moves the count to 1-1. For Taylor, 8 hits thus far on the season. 3 singles. A pair of doubles. As this one's low for a ball, 2-1. A triple and a pair of home runs on the season for Locke Taylor. Pitch low, 3-1 now. The count to the Davenport first baseman. This one swung on, fouled off for a strike. That's a full count. Once again, this half inning, Bubba Thompson, the designated hitter, will follow, and Kyler Payne, the shortstop, be batting third. Pitch this one inside, and the Wolves have something going here in the bottom of the second inning with a runner on.
Designated hitter number 22, Bubba Thompson.
That'll bring Bubba Thompson up to the plate. Bubba, another freshman on this squad. You mentioned Bubba batting .429. Pitch this one outside for a ball. Bubba, 9 hits thus far on the season. As the home plate umpire calls time, 2-0 the count to Bubba Thompson. 9 hits, 8 of them singles. He has a double, has an RBI, and he scored 4 times. Bubba's walked 10 times thus far on the season, struck out 5. This one outside for a ball, 3-0 the count to the Wolves DH. Taylor on first, nobody out. Here's the next pitch. This one they're saying's just over. Grab that outside corner for a strike. And the count is now 3-1. Woodard the set. This one low and away for a ball. And Bubba Thompson on with a base on balls. Shortstop Kyler Payne comes to the plate now. Third batter in the order. Kyler batting .444 on the season. Several Davenport hitters. And he puts down a bunt. This one staying inside as the pitcher tries to wait to see if it'll go foul, and it just does at the last moment. Great effort that time. The count 0-1. That just did go foul. Payne steps in. Pitch outside, 1-1 the count. Kyler lays down another bunt. Catcher comes over. This one thrown away. And a runner's going to score. Taylor comes across to score. Thompson on to third.
Now batting for the Wolves, the pitcher, number 5, Tristan Hamlin.
Payne's now standing at second, and we've got a new score at 3-1 right now as Davenport cuts into that Johnson lead. Here's Tristan Hamlin, the pitcher. Hamlin, the freshman, stepping in. Woodard comes back off the rubber. Here's the pitch. This one high for a ball. For Hamlin, 8 hits thus far on the season, 6 singles, and a pair of doubles. This one, they say, grabs the inside corner for a strike, and the count evens at 1. Hamlin, yet another batter coming in, batting at right around 400. This one, grounder to third. And they've got Thompson held up. Back in safe at second is Kyler Payne. It's a fielder's choice. And that'll bring to the plate second baseman Tristan Rudewick. Another left-handed batter. The pitch, this one high for a ball. Rudewick, another member of that 400 batting club. We'll take a look at all of those players here in just a bit. Several players, as we mentioned, on this Davenport squad, batting over 400. That one inside for a ball. Tristan, 6 hits on the year. All of them singles, 3 RBIs for Rudewick. This one high for a ball. Payne takes third. And Hamlin is now in at second. Woodard looks in. The set, this one high for a ball. And bases are loaded for Davenport here in the bottom of the second inning. And you talk about a young man you want to set the table for right now. The young man coming up right now in Braden Mulkey.
Your new pitcher for the Jaguars, number 24.
And a pitching change right now for Johnson. He's on to pitch his number 24, Blake Converse. So Woodard on pitches an inning in 2/3, gives up a run. And Blake Converse will take over on the mound. So we were talking about the 400 club, as they're affectionately known. Take a look at some of the batting averages of these young men. Cody Meckler at 400. Tristan Hamlin, as we mentioned a few minutes ago, at 400. Tristan Rudewick at 400. Bubba Thompson hitting at 429. Kyler Payne batting 444. And the man coming to the plate right now in Braden Mulkey leads the 400 club, batting 476. Braden, 9 hits, 8 singles, a double, and a triple. And at this time, as we're pointing out, all freshmen on the bases for the Davenport Wolves. Pitch this one high for a ball. And the count 1-0 to Mulkey. Payne at third, Hamlin at second. Rudewick at first. That pitch high and away for a ball. It's 2-0 to Braden Mulkey, the left fielder. Converse looks to second. Fakes the throw to try to keep the runner back. As Mulkey, the left-handed batter, steps in. Here's the pitch. This one inside for a ball. That count now 3-0 to the Wolves left fielder. Big pitch coming for Converse as he releases this one high, and a run will score.
Now batting for the Wolves, the leadoff hitter, center fielder number 1, Emmett Griman.
So Converse walks in a run. Wolves cut into that lead. It's now 3-2 Johnson as the leadoff man, Emmett Griman, comes to the plate. Griman popped out to the pitcher last at bat, bottom of the first. This one just over for a strike. Hamlin at third, Rudewick at second, Mulkey at first. Here's a swing and a miss. For a strike, the count is 0-2. Converse is offering outside for a ball. The count moves to 1-2. This pitch swung on and missed. Griman strikes out. And Cody Meckler now comes to the plate. Meckler flew out to right in the bottom of the first. Converse is offering outside for a ball. Meckler 14 hits on the season. 11 singles, pair of doubles, and a triple. 9 RBIs on the season for Cody Meckler. That one misses a ball. 2-0 the count now to the Wolves' third baseman. Pitch, Meckler turns on this. It's a fly to left field. That one is hauled in by the left fielder, Blanchett. And the side's retired. So that's 2 runs come across for Davenport there in the bottom of the second inning. We go to the third with our score Johnson 3, Davenport 2. Back with more Wolves baseball in a moment here on the Wolves Network.
I'm Andrew Zimmer, and we're showcasing the unique cuisines that put the tastiest locations on the map.
There's a story on every corner.
From hot spices in Asia, it is good, to exotic seasonings in Africa.
I've never had anything like this before.
It's a celebration of life.
Bizarre Foods, delicious destinations, Monday at 10. Cooking Channel, stay hungry.
Watch Cooking Channel, GVTC, Channel 127.
And we're back, and we got a new pitcher on the mound for Davenport. Takes us out momentarily. Cody Meckler on the pitch. Wolves strikeout leaders, as you see, they fine job on the mound. The likes of Caleb Pacheco, Weston Waxler pitched a big game here recently in this tournament. Locke Taylor with 11 strikeouts on the season, and Tristan Rudewick himself has 9. So Hamlin, in his first outing of the season, went 2 and gave up 3 runs. Johnson will send to the plate here in the top of the third inning. Zach Beeson, Chris Cardona, the shortstop, and Mason Cron, the third baseman. Wolves cut into the lead in the bottom of the second inning, now making it a 1-run game. Johnson has a 3-2 lead over Davenport, and stepping up is the catcher, Zach Beeson.
Number 2. Correction, number 1, Zach Beeson.
Beeson, the catcher, got a double at the top of the first inning. As he comes back around to face Cody Meckler. Here's Meckler's first pitch. This one swung on and missed for a strike. So Meckler on the mound. Meckler, a sophomore. His second offering is inside to the Johnson catcher for a 1-1 count. Next pitch is fouled off down the third base side. 1-2 the count. Beeson steps in. Meckler set, and a timeout called by the umpire. So this one, a swing and a miss. Throw down to first. One batter, one strikeout for Cody Meckler. And there's one down here in the top of the third inning.
Number 11, Chris Cardona.
Shortstop Chris Cardona. Now comes to the plate. Cardona flew out to the center fielder back in the first. This pitch taken over for a strike. So change defensively, we see Locke Taylor now in at third base for Davenport. Here's the pitch. This one lined in the left center for a base hit. And Cardona's on with a single. So as we were mentioning, Taylor now overplaying third. Hamlin will stay in the game and play first base. So just a couple of changes defensively for Davenport here to start the third inning. And now to the plate is Mason Cron, the third baseman. Here's a pitch. This one, foul ball, swung on for a strike.
Foul ball, Blue. He's got to go back.
Runner took second. Apparently the umpire is letting him steal. They called a foul ball, and the runner is at second. And nothing has changed. I guess they're saying he didn't get a piece of it. However, 0-1 the count. Meckler, this one grounded down the third base side. The umpire says foul, and that'll run the count to 0-2. Last time at bat, Cron hit into a double play. Great heads-up play by, coincidentally, Cody Meckler, who was at third base. Caught the ball, stepped on the bag to turn two. So Cardona at second, one out, and Cron the batter. Meckler, this one low, fouled off. And Cron stays alive with an 0-2 count. Meckler set. Here's the pitch. This one just outside for a ball, and it's 1-2. So once again, let me set those defensive changes in case something was missed along the way. Meckler now over from third pitching. Locke Taylor moves from first to third, and Hamlin, who's the starting pitcher, now playing first base. This one, fly ball. It'd be in the gap between right and center. Coming across third to score is Cardona. Cron on with a stand-up double. And the score is now 4-2 Johnson.
Now batting designated hitter number 5, Barrett Johnson.
So Barrett Johnson, the DH, steps in. Johnson flew out to the shortstop Payne in the last half inning. One out, one run in this half inning. Squares around a bunt. This one just goes foul for a strike. Good heads-up play by the Wolves catcher, Boren. Seeing that ball was heading in that direction? Sure did. Right across the foul line. So the count is 0-1. One down here in the top of the third inning. And Johnson steps in. Meckler set. Meckler the pitch. This one fouled off. Count now 0-2 to Barrett Johnson. Here's a set by Meckler. He pitches. This one hit to left field. It'll fall in for a base hit. Coming around third to score is Cron. Johnson in with a double. And the Johnson lead opens it back up to 3 runs at 5-2 with one down. Matt Flores King, the right fielder. Now at the plate, he was hit by a pitch back in the second. Scored the second run of the game for Johnson. Pitch. Over for a strike. Barrett Johnson, the runner at second. One out. Here's Meckler's pitch. This one turned on. Foul ball down the third base line. And run the count to 0-2. So the count 0-2 to the right fielder, Flores King. Here's Meckler's next offering. He looks to runner back. This one outside for a ball. 1-2. This half inning got started out with Zach Beeson striking out, which was Meckler's first batter that he would face. Since then, Meckler's given up a single and a pair of doubles and a couple of runs here in the bottom of the correction in the top of the third inning. 1-2 the count as Flores King fouls that off. Ball one, count 1 ball and 2 strikes. The set and the offering by Meckler. Second strikeout of the half inning as Flores King goes down on strikes.
Now batting left fielder number 16, Ethan Blanchett.
You see Meckler, good stuff working on that pitch, just grabbing the outside corner. Strikeout swinging. His second of the half inning, as we mentioned, Ethan Blanchett, the left fielder, now steps in. 2 down, runner on second. This one outside for a ball. Blanchett reached on a base on balls in the top of the second. Scored a run. This time Meckler throws down to second, the runner back. And Blanchett back in. Here's the pitch. This one swung on. Right fielder giving chase, as is the second baseman, who will make the catch, Rudewick, and that'll retire the side. So 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and a man left. We played 2.5. Our score now, Johnson 5, Davenport 2. Back with the bottom of the third here in just a moment on the Wolves Network.
I got some things to get off my chest, so I'm going to go ahead and kick this one off. Receivers, notoriously divas, we know that. You really going to say that as a player? How many footballs are on the field at one time? Carried to 2, remain 1.
Speak for yourself. Weekdays at 3 p.m. Eastern on FS1.
Watch FS1, GVTC, channel 515.
On the camera. 4, 3, 2. All right, here we go, ladies.
It's showtime.
He take that drop step, he's dunking it on.
I thought you actually had done your homework.
I'm going to give it back to Hamlin.
What?
Watch FS1, GVTC, channel 515.
Number 8, Tate Schwab.
Back to the campus of Davenport High School, where the Wolves trail 5-2 going into the bottom of the third inning. But as you see, some very, very big numbers for those Wolf bats. Their slugging percentage, you look at there, Locke Taylor leading the bunch at an .818 percentage. Braden Mulkey at .619. Caleb Pacheco at .588. Of course, Weston Waxler has a .556 slugging percentage. Meckler with .514. Hamlin with .500. Those kind of bats get back on the board and get back on rather quickly. There's a pitching change once again for the Johnson Jaguars. On to pitch is left-hander Tate Schwab. Schwab becomes the 3rd Jaguar pitcher of the day. He'll be facing right-hander Caleb Pacheco. Locke Taylor, who we just heard about there a couple of moments ago. And the designated hitter Bubba Thompson.
Now batting for the Wolves, number 14.
The right fielder Pacheco steps in here to lead off the bottom of the third inning. Pacheco grounded out to the shortstop back in the first. As he steps in to take the southpaw's offering. Flies this one out for a base hit in right field. And the Wolves have a base runner on now with nobody out in the bottom of the third inning. That brings to the plate third baseman Locke Taylor. Locke began the game at first base. Moved over on the Davenport pitching change and takes this one over for a strike. Taylor a .364 batting average. This one outside for a ball to even the count at 1. Locke reached to start off the second inning with a base on, or to start off the bottom of the second inning rather, with a base on balls. Schwab's next offering, this fouled off by Taylor, and the count now 1-2. Here's the next pitch. This one just inside for a ball, even the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Next offering, this one popped up. Schwab making the catch on this. And there's one down. So Taylor flies out to the pitcher, and that'll bring designated hitter Bubba Thompson to the plate. Thompson said, stepping in with one down. This pitch inside to the Wolves DH for a ball. 1-0 the count. Thompson reached on a base on balls. Back in the second. Put out at third base. This pitch just outside for a ball. Count now 2-0. This one low. Thompson now out in front of the pitcher at 3 balls and no strikes. This pitch just over for a strike. Count now 1-2. This one low, and that's going to put Thompson on.
Now batting the shortstop, number 19, Kyler Payne.
Runner in scoring position now, and Pacheco and Thompson on at first. The shortstop, Kyler Payne, now comes to the plate. Kyler scored the second Wolves run back in the second inning. So he squares around a bunt. Umpire says no, that's foul, so it's a strike. Oh, 1 the count to Kyler. Eight hits on the season, all of them singles. Responsible for 10 runs. Actually, he scored 10 times. And he came into play today with a .444 batting average. Here's the set by Schwab. He throws back to second. The runner Pacheco is back. No 0-1 the count on Kyler Payne. Pacheco leading off of second. And time called. Payne steps back in. The set, Schwab's offering outside to even the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. Payne coming into play today. 3 bases on balls on the year. Struck out 5 times. This one low for a ball. 2-1 the count now to Payne. Thompson, the runner, on first. Pacheco on second. 1 down. This pitch just grabbed the outside corner. Count even now. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Payne, part of a multiple hit night for Davenport. Back on Thursday night when they got that 9-8 win over Hondo in the tournament. Pitch, they got him looking.
First baseman
Payne strikes out. That's only the second strikeout of the afternoon for Johnson pitching. First strikeout for Schwab. There's 2 down, and the batter will be first baseman Tristan Hamlin. Hamlin, left-handed batter. Lefty on lefty here. Is this pitch just over for a strike? 0-1 the count. Hamlin hit into a fielder's choice back in the second. So Schwab steps back off the rubber as Hamlin steps back in. 0-1 the count, 2 down here in the bottom of the third inning. Here's the pitch. Runner going. They are saying that Hamlin got a piece of that for a foul ball. And the count is now 0-2. Just as Pacheco was breaking for third. So 0-2 the count to the starting pitcher, now in at first base. This one inside for a ball. And that runs the count to 1-2. Hamlin 400 batting average, part of that 400 club we visited a little bit earlier today. Here's the pitch. This one swung on and missed. And that'll retire the side. No runs on a hit, no errors, 2 runners left on base. We played 3 and our score Johnson 5, Davenport 2. More Wolves baseball on the way right here on the Wolves Network.
Here's another quick tip from All Girls Garage. You ever find a puddle under your car? Fluid leaks shouldn't be ignored and could be a major problem. We recommend you get it checked out right away. The most common fluids you might find are water, coolant, or oil. Depending on what it is, you might need to take action to protect your ride. Be safe, everyone.
I got some things to get off my chest, so I'm going to go ahead and kick this one off. Receivers, notoriously divas, we know that.
You really gonna say that as a player?
How many footballs were on the field at one time? Carried it 2. Remaining 1.
Speak for yourself. Weekdays at 3 p.m. Eastern on FS1.
Watch FS1, GVTC, channel 515.
Back with you now at Davenport High School. The final game of the Comal Clash Baseball Tournament. For Johnson, 5 runs. Got him on 4 hits. No errors and a pair of runners left on base. For Davenport, a pair of runs. On a hit, no errors and 3 runners remaining. Gives us to our 5-2 score that we currently have heading into the 4th. Meckler back for his second inning of work on the mound. He'll face first baseman Connor McBrady, center fielder Johnny Anderson, and the top of the Jaguar batting order in Ryan Farber. So here's McBrady, the first baseman, right-handed batter stepping in. Here's the pitch. Nice, grabbing the outside corner for a strike. McBrady reached on a base on balls back in the top of the second inning. Here's the pitch. This one swung on and fouled off down the third base line. So Meckler out in front of the batter. 0-2. Pitch this one outside for a ball. Count now a ball and 2 strikes on McBurdy. Here's Meckler's offering. This one swung on and missed for a strike. So Meckler strikes out McBurdy, his 3rd strikeout thus far on the afternoon. There's one away, and that'll bring up center fielder Johnny Anderson. Correction, we've got a substitution pinch hitter in. Coming in, number 21, Javier Juarez. Now batting for Johnson. Juarez, a right-handed batter. Steps in to face Meckler. Swing, miss. And that's a strike. 0-1 now to Juarez. Meckler struck out Beeson to start the 3rd inning. Later strike out Matt Flores King as Juarez turns on this. It's a pop-up. Shortstop Payne over to make the catch, and they're 2 away.
Now batting second baseman number 10, Ryan Farber.
So 2 down, and second baseman Ryan Farber steps in. Farber, left-handed hitter. Reached on a base on balls to start the game. Flew out to left field back in the 2nd. Shows bunt. Umpire calls a strike. It's 0-1. Farber steps back in. Here's Meckler's pitch. This one outside for a ball. Count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. Meckler's next offering outside for a ball. Since giving up 3 hits back in the top of the 3rd, Meckler has settled down to retire 4 straight batters. His next pitch outside for a ball. The count now 3-1 to Farber. Moore now to have a little conference with Meckler. And Farber gets set to step back in. Here's Meckler's pitch. This one outside. And that's the first walk of the ball game given up by Cody Meckler. Another pinch hitter in the ball game now for Johnson. This is number 4, Ryan Romine. Pitch outside, runner going. He'll be in at second. And the count now 1-0. Romine right-handed batter. Here's Meckler the set, the pitch. Romine squares to bunt. Does so, and he lays down a nice bunt down the third base side, which will move the runner Farber over to third base. Romine on with a single with two down. And that brings the shortstop Cardona to the plate. Right now, head coach Ryan Canan heading out to the mound. Have a word with Cody Meckler. And that will be all this afternoon for Meckler. So right now, during this pitching change, let's take a break and we'll be back with our new Davenport pitcher in just a moment. You're enjoying Wolves baseball right here on the Wolves Network.
Here's another quick tip from All Girls Garage. You ever find a puddle under your car? Fluid leaks shouldn't be ignored and could be a major problem. We recommend you get it checked out right away. The most common fluids you might find are water, coolant, or oil. Depending on what it is, you might need to take action to protect your ride. Be safe, everyone.
I got some things to get off my chest, so I'm going to go ahead and kick this one off. Receivers, notoriously divas, we know that.
You really gonna say that as a player?
How many footballs were on the field at one time? Carried it two. Remaining. One.
Speak for yourself. Weekdays at 3 p.m. Eastern on FS1.
Watch FS1, GVTC, channel 515.
On the camera. 4, 3, 2. All right, here we go.
It's showtime.
He take that drop step, he's dunking it on.
I thought you actually had done your homework.
I will give it back to you, plus shipping and handling.
What? I will bet you all you want to bet.
What is happening?
Watch FS1, GVTC, channel 515.
I'm Andrew Zimmer, and we're showcasing the unique cuisines that put the tastiest locations on the map.
There's a story on every corner.
From hot spices in Asia, it is good, to exotic seasonings in Africa.
I've never had anything like this before.
It's a celebration of life.
Bizarre Foods, Delicious Destinations, Monday at 10. Cooking Channel, stay hungry.
Watch Cooking Channel, GVTC, channel 127.
Back with you now at Davenport High School as this one gets away from the catcher. And another run comes across for Johnson. As Farber scores, Romine now on at second. And the new pitcher in the game for Davenport is Braden Mulkey. As he gets Cardona to pop up. Center fielder Greiman making the catch, and that'll retire the side. So 1 run on a hit, no errors, 1 runner left on base. We played 3.5 here at Davenport High School, and our score now is the Johnson Jaguars 6, the Davenport Wolves 2. More Davenport baseball on the way right here on the Wolves Network.
One small town, 2 big dreamers.
I love it!
to be a part of something like this. Wow. Helping restore people's lives.
I can't think of anything that I would love more than what we're doing.
This is beautiful.
It's a great honor for us.
All new Hometown, Sunday at 8 on HGTV.
Watch HGTV GVTC channel 578.
The Maine Cabin Master's main motto. Work hard. Work harder. In any weather. Any weather.
Just another day in the life of Maine Cabin Masters.
On an all-new Maine Cabin Masters, Monday night at 9, only on DIY Network.
Watch DIY GVTC channel 126.
Back at Davenport High School, the final game of the Comal Clash baseball tournament featuring the Johnson Jaguars and the Davenport Wolves. To see what's on deck for Davenport. So we'll notice on the 16th, which will be this coming Tuesday, they'll be taking on the Waves. The 19th, they've got Navarro. It'll be right here on the Wolves Network. You won't want to miss it. This coming Friday night. Then on the 23rd, date against the Fredericksburg Battling Billies. 26th, the Wolves travel to Fredericksburg. And finish out the month of March. The month of March, that is, they'll take on the Bernie Greyhounds. Bottom of the fourth inning. Now coming up for Davenport, the batter is second baseman Tristan Rudewick. Pitch, this one outside for a ball. Count now 0-2 on the pitcher. On Rudewick, who's at second base. Rudewick right in the hole between short and third for a base hit. And Rudewick's on with a single.
Now batting pitcher, number 17, Braden Mulkey.
And here comes the pitcher, Braden Mulkey. Mulkey reached on a base on balls back in the bottom of the second inning. Mulkey, left-handed batter with a runner at first and Rudewick. Swung on and missed. Count now 0-1 to the Wolves pitcher. Came in to pitch in the top of the fourth, replacing Meckler. This one fouled off by Mulkey in the count 0-2. Schwab, second half inning of work for Johnson. Gave up a hit, struck out 2 in the top of the third inning. Here's his next offering. This one got the outside corner for a strike. And there's one down.
Center fielder number 1, Emmett Griman.
Emmett Griman comes to the plate, the center fielder. Flew out to the pitcher to start the game, struck out in the bottom of the second inning. And they've got the runner picked off at first. And Rudewick gets picked off 1-3-6. So now 2 away here in the bottom of the fourth inning for Emmett Griman. Here's the pitch. This one outside. Away from the catcher to the wall for a ball. It's 1-0 to Griman. Griman part of a big 5-run fourth inning back on Thursday in a 9-8 win over Hondo. He fouls the next pitch off for a strike. Evens the count at 1-1. Another foul ball for Griman. 1 and 2. Yesterday in the game against Tybee, the game was played at 4 o'clock. Griman hit the long ball, had a home run for the Wolves. Happened yesterday afternoon in the first inning. As a count now 2 and 2 to the Wolves center fielder. Here's the pitch. Swung on. This one fouled off directly behind him. And Griman stays alive at 2 and 2. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the bottom of the 4th inning. This one inside for a ball, and that runs that count full. Davenport got their runs in the bottom of the 2nd inning. Here's the pitch. Swung on, grounded to the shortstop. Cardona on to McBeardy, and the side's retired. So no runs on a hit, no errors, nobody left on base. After 4, our score Johnson 6, Davenport 2. More Davenport baseball on the way here on the Wolves Network.
One small town, 2 big dreamers.
To be a part of something like this, wow, helping restore people's lives.
I can't think of anything that I would love more than what we're doing.
This is beautiful.
It's a great honor for us.
All new Hometown, Sunday at 8 on HGTV.
Watch HGTV GVTC channel 578.
The Maine Cabin Master's main motto. Yeah. Work hard. Work harder. In any weather. Any weather.
Just another day in the life of Maine Cabin Masters.
On an all-new Maine Cabin Masters, Monday night at 9, only on DIY Network.
Watch DIY GVTC channel 126.
Back to play the top of the 5th inning here at Davenport High School. It's Braden Mulkey's next half inning on the mound. We find out this is his 3rd appearance on the season. He's got a win and a save under his belt. He'll be facing 3rd baseman Mason Cron, the designated hitter Barrett Johnson, and Matt Flores King in this half inning. And Cron steps in now to face the lefty. Went high and outside for a ball. Cron hit into a double play in the top of the 1st inning to end the inning. Also reached on a double. This one a foul ball for a strike. 1-1 the count to the Jaguars' 3rd baseman. Here's Mulkey's next offering. This one grounded to the 2nd baseman. That one on to the 1st baseman, Locke Taylor. Rudowick for 1 out. So now stepping in for Johnson, this is number 15, Jackson Schultz. He steps in to face Mulkey. Schultz, right-hand hitter. As Mulkey just misses with his first pitch. 1-0 the count. Mulkey, nice movement on that ball. Next offering. This one fouled off. Almost gathered in by the first baseman, Taylor. That'll even the count at 1-1 strike. Taylor back in at first base from third base. He moved back over to first base last half inning. And when Meckler came off the mound, he moved back to third base. So the infield, just like it was when the game started. At that time, Schultz swing and miss. The count now 1-2. Mulkey's next offering. This one swung on, little accidental swing, check swing out to right field. Schultz is on with a base hit.
Now batting number 14, Kyler Brown.
One down, and stepping in is Kyler Brown. So Kyler Brown now, his first appearance at the plate for Johnson. Schultz, the runner at first base. Brown hits this to the first baseman, who goes on to the shortstop to get the lead runner. In a fielder's choice. So there's 2 outs as Brown hits into a fielder's choice, grounding to Taylor, who threw it on to Payne for the out at second. And there are 2 down. This is Trevor Clark now stepping in, left-handed batter, to face the left-handed pitcher, Mulkey. This one fouled off for a strike. Count is now 0-1. So Johnson calling on a lot of their bench players and reserves here in the later innings. The pitch to Clark, this one down low for a ball. The count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. Brown, the runner at first base with 2 outs. Clark, of course, came on to pinch run a little bit earlier in the game. Or courtesy run, as the case may be. This one fouled off. Down the left field side. 1 ball, 2 strikes now. On Trevor Clark. Mulkey the set, looking over at the runner at first. This one fouled off once again. Brown has to get back. 1-2 the count as Clark stays alive. Checking, Clark steps back in with a 1-2 count. Mulkey looks the runner back to first. And the runner's going to be awarded second. So with that, there's a runner now at second base, 2 down, and a 1-2 count on Clark. Mulkey's pitch, this one fouled off. Clark stays alive. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Six runs, 5 hits thus far on the afternoon for the Johnson Jaguars. They've stranded 2. This Mulkey pitch, a swing and a miss. He gets Clark, and the side is retired. So no runs on a hit, no errors, 1 runner left on base. Go to the bottom of the 5th inning. That's on the way with our score Johnson 6, Davenport 2. You're enjoying Davenport baseball right here on the Wolves Network.
One small town, 2 big dreamers.
I love it! To be a part of something like this, wow! Helping restore people's lives.
I can't think of anything that I would love more than what we're doing.
This is beautiful.
It's a great honor for us.
All new Hometown, Sunday at 8 on HGTV.
Watch HGTV GVTC channel 578.
The Maine Cabin Master's main motto. Work hard. Work harder. In any weather. Any weather.
Just another day in the life of Maine Cabin Masters.
On an all-new Maine Cabin Masters, Monday night at 9, only on DIY Network.
Watch DIY GVTC channel 126.
Back to Davenport High School as we head to the bottom of the 5th inning. You can see our stolen base leaders, and the young man coming to bat right now, Cody Meckler, leads the bunch with 11. Braden Mulkey has 10, Greiman with 8, as well as Kyler Payne. Hamlin and Waxler with 6 apiece. This is Meckler who takes the first pitch away for a ball. Third baseman flew to right and flew to left in the first and second innings, respectively. Steps in, takes the next offering outside for a ball. 2-0 the count. So Schwab now in his 3rd half inning of work will face Meckler, Pacheco, and first baseman Locke Taylor here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Two and 1 the count now is Meckler fouls that off. The set, here's the pitch. Meckler right back up the middle. Hits the pitcher Schwab. Meckler's going to be on with a single. Defensively, Trevor Clark now in right field for Johnson.
Now batting right fielder, number 14, Caleb Pacheco.
So that's a single to start the bottom of the 5th inning for Cody Meckler. Caleb Pacheco, the right fielder, comes up to bat. Pacheco 1 for 2 on the afternoon with a single back in the 3rd. Here's the pitch. As we were talking about stolen bases, make it number 12 for Cody Meckler. As he's on now at second. Nobody out, runner in scoring position for Davenport. And for some reason, unbeknownst to us,
What's the call, Blue?
Meckler's being called out.
What's the call?
We hear the booth are waiting to hear the call. Oh, the call was interference. Interference on the batter, that is the call. That is why Meckler is ruled out at second, or trying to steal second, as Pacheco takes the pitch low. However, they're saying it's just over for a strike. 0-2. Pacheco is a swing and a miss. 2 down now. In the bottom of the 5th inning, and that'll bring to the plate. A correction, Taylor's still up. So getting things squared away, apparently, must have been a foul. Pacheco must have got a piece of that last pitch to stay alive. 1-2 the count. Here's the next pitch. This one away. Count evens now. 2 balls and 2 strikes. So there's 1 out now in the bottom of the 5th inning as Meckler was called out due to batter's interference. Pacheco looking at a 2-2 count. Here's Schwab's offering. This one away. Count runs full now. 3-2 to the Wolves' second baseman, Caleb Pacheco. Johnson on top of Davenport, 6-2 here in the bottom of the 5th. Here's the pitch. This one inside, and Pacheco's on with a base on balls.
Now batting first baseman, number 20, Locke Taylor.
So 1 down, 1 on. First baseman Locke Taylor comes to the plate. Taylor reached on a base on balls back in the 2nd inning. Flew out to the pitcher on a pop fly in the bottom of the 3rd. So Taylor stepping in with a runner at first. 1 down. Taylor swings. Fouls this one off. The count is 0-1. Taylor, big right-handed batter, steps back in. Schwab goes to first base to get the runner back and does so. Locke Taylor, big RBI back on Friday. Davenport's 7-2 win over Tybee. All part of a 4-run 2nd inning for the Wolves. Count is even now at 1 ball and 1 strike. Here's the pitch. This one swung on, fouled back. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Locke Taylor. Pacheco on at first. 1 out. Taylor steps back in. Schwab checks the runner. Misses with this one. Count now even at 2-2. Two home runs on the year for Locke Taylor. This pitch inside. And the count now full at 3 balls and 2 strikes. So here's the payoff pitch coming from Schwab as Taylor showed bunt. Instead, he goes to first base to hold the runner back. Keep this at-bat alive for Locke Taylor. Again, throw over to first base. And Pacheco is back. Here's Schwab, the set and the pitch. This one outside, and that'll put Taylor on the base on balls. Second walk of the day that time for Locke Taylor. That'll bring up the designated hitter, Bubba Thompson. Thompson, a pair of walks on the day, back in the second and in the third. Here's a pitch. This one over for a strike. 0-1 the count. Pacheco, the runner in scoring position now at second. Taylor on at first. Talking about that Friday night game in the tournament that Davenport played against Tybee, the 7-2 win. This pitch over for a strike. It's 0-2. This young man right here, Bubba Thompson, pitching 5 innings. He gave up 5 hits and 2 runs. Struck out 2 and didn't walk anybody. Had a big outing on last night, as a matter of fact. So 0-2 the count to Thompson, 1 out. Runners on first and second. Here's the pitch. Thompson takes, and it's a ball. 1-2 now the count. Schwab the set. Tries to look the runner back, and he's got Pacheco picked off. But the ball is thrown away. Ball is thrown away. Throw down to third, and Pacheco's in. So that was the second baseman, Farber, who kind of botched the throw, dropped it. Ball got away from him, and Pacheco made it down to third base. So now we've got a run at third. Waiting there is Thompson. Strikes out looking.
Now batting shortstop, number 19, Tyler Payne.
It's the third strikeout of the game for Schwab. And that'll bring shortstop Kyler Payne to the plate. Or correction, that's 4 strikeouts for Schwab thus far in the afternoon. This was his first victim back in the bottom of the third inning. It's Payne, a swing and a miss for a strike. It's 0-1. Kyler scored the second Wolves run. That back in the bottom of the second inning is right now he is having a conference with Coach Canan down there on the third base side. So following that timeout, Payne steps back in. He's got Pacheco at third. He's got Locke Taylor at second. 2 outs and an 0-1 count. Schwab's pitch. This one high for a ball. Evens that count at 1 ball and 1 strike. The set, here's Schwab's next pitch. This one fouled off. Count now 1-2. For Kyler Payne, 10 runs he scored thus far on the year. Scored 10 times. Walked 3 times. Now struck out 6. Next pitch. That one outside. 2-2 the count. To the Wolves shortstop. We play in the bottom of the 5th. 6-2 Johnson. Here's Schwab's next pitch. This one ripped to the shortstop. On up with it. Overthrows the first baseman, or throws just out of his range. His 2 runs will score for Davenport as Pacheco and Taylor come in. Kyler Payne now at second. Single at a base on the overthrow. And the lead is now 6-4 as the Wolves cut into that Johnson lead.
Now batting for the Wolves, number 18.
Now stepping in, this is Weston Waxler.
Weston Waxler.
He'll be stepping in for his first at-bat of the day for Davenport. Here's the set. Here's the pitch. This one outside to Waxler. Count 1-0. Weston Waxler's 7 hits thus far on the season. 5 singles, a double, and a triple. Waxler with 5 RBIs so far in the young season. This one outside for a ball. Count is now 2-0. Waxler comes in. We talked about the 400 club. Waxler not far off. He's batting .389. Five bases on balls, and he has struck out 8. Schwab the set. Here's his 2-0 offering. This one low for a ball. And the count now 3-0 on Waxler. Yesterday, Waxler pitched 5 innings in a 6-3 win over Tivy. This one over for a strike. Waxler surrendered 4 hits, walked 2, and struck out 5. So here's Schwab set as he looks to run her back to second. That time they got him picked off. So Payne picked off at second. 1-6. His 2 runs come across for the Wolves. 2 hits, no errors, and nobody left. So far we played 5. Our score Johnson 6, Davenport 4. More Davenport baseball on the way right here on the Wolves Network.
One small town, 2 big dreamers.
To be a part of something like this, wow, helping restore people's lives.
I can't think of anything that I would love more than what we're doing.
This is beautiful.
It's a great honor for us.
All new Hometown, Sunday at 8 on HGTV.
Watch HGTV GVTC channel 578.
The Maine Cabin Master's main motto. Work hard. Work harder. In any weather. Any weather.
Just another day in the life of Maine Cabin Masters.
On an all-new Maine Cabin Masters, Monday night at 9, only on DIY Network.
Watch DIY GVTC channel 126.
We're back with you at Davenport High School. Kind of an overcast day, but we have managed to get baseball in. And so far it's been a dandy as the Johnson Jaguars lead, but Davenport has cut into it in the bottom of the last half inning. 6-4 now. It's a two-run game.
Back for the Jaguars, number 7, Sevi Martinez.
And coming up for Johnson to lead off this half inning, it's number 7, Sevi Martinez, for his first at bat of the day. Mulkey's first pitch. This one high and away for a ball. Martinez looks in, turns on this one. They're going to say this one's fair as it rolls down the left field line. Martinez in with a stand-up double to start the 6th inning.
Now batting number 9, Johnny Anderson.
And here's center fielder Johnny Anderson. Strikeout victim back in the 2nd inning. Left-handed batter steps in to face the left-handed Mulkey. Mulkey checking the runner at second. Anderson reaching, that's a strike. 0-1 the count. Mulkey looking at the runner back at second. He comes with his next pitch. This one fouled away. Strike 2 on the batter, Anderson. As he steps back in, nobody out, runner at second here to start the 6th inning for Johnson. And time called. Here's the pitch. This one just a bit high for a ball. 1-2 now the count. Just a little high. Here's Mulkey's next offering. This one swung on, fouled off for a strike. It's 1-2. Count remains 1-2. We played 5 complete here in the top of the 6th this afternoon. Davenport has been able to cut in to a Johnson lead thus far this afternoon. They only trail by 2 as the next pitch is fouled off by Anderson. 1-2 the count. So Mulkey the set. Here comes his 1-2 offering as Johnny Anderson calls for time. This one low. Count even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch that's swung on. Looped into left field. Martinez coming around to score. And on at second with a double is Johnny Anderson. Johnson out now in front 7-4 as Martinez comes around to score. Net coach Ryan Canan out to the mound. Looks like he's going to make a few changes right now. We'll have a pitching change. And right now, as we reset the Davenport defense, we'll take a break. We'll be back with you here in just a moment. 7-4, Johnson on top of Davenport here on the Wolves Network.
One small town, 2 big dreamers.
I love it!
To be a part of something like this, wow! Helping restore people's lives.
I can't think of anything that I would love more than what we're doing.
This is beautiful.
It's a great honor for us.
All new Hometown, Sunday at 8 on HGTV.
Watch HGTV GVTC channel 578.
The Maine Cabin Master's main motto. Work hard. Work harder. In any weather. Any weather.
Just another day in the life of Maine Cabin Masters.
On an all-new Maine Cabin Masters, Monday night at 9, only on DIY Network.
Watch DIY GVTC channel 126.
Here's another quick tip from All Girls Garage. You ever find a puddle under your car? Fluid leaks shouldn't be ignored and could be a major problem. We recommend you get it checked out right away. The most common fluids you might find are water, coolant, or oil. Depending on what it is, you might need to take action to protect your ride. Be safe, everyone.
I got some things to get off my chest, so I'm gonna go ahead and kick this one off. Receivers, notoriously divas, we know that. You really gonna say that as a player? How many footballs were on the field at one time?
Carried it 2. Remaining 1.
Speak for yourself. Weekdays at 3 p.m. Eastern on FS1.
Watch FS1 GVTC channel 515.
Back with you now at Davenport High School. We're in the top of the 6th inning. Johnson leads 7-4. New pitcher in the ball game for the Wolves. On the pitch is Kyler Payne over from his shortstop position. We'll get these defensive changes here for you momentarily. Monkey back out to left field. Hamlin will be in at first base. Meckler at second. Rudewick will be the shortstop. And Locke Taylor be in at third base. Here's a pitch. This one gets away from the catcher. On to third base goes Anderson. The count is 1-0 to the batter, Ryan Farber. Farber officially 0 for 1 on the day. Did reach on a pair of walks One back in the first inning and one in the fourth as he takes the next pitch outside for a ball. Payne, fourth pitcher of the day for Davenport. Hamlin started the game. There's one over for a strike. Hamlin started, followed by Meckler, Mulkey, and now Payne, the fourth pitcher for the Wolves of the day. Next pitch, this gets away from the catcher, and on to score is Anderson. Score now 8-4 Johnson. Still looking at nobody out. And a 3-1 count on the second baseman, Ryan Farber. Next offering, a bunt laid down. Watching it, it goes foul. It's up that time by Taylor, the third baseman. And Farber steps back in. 3 balls, 2 strikes, full count to the batter. Pitch this one down and a ball. And Ryan Farber will draw his third base on balls of the day. Ryan Romine. Now the batter. Romine singled back in the fourth. Runner at first and Farber, still nobody out. Pitch, Farber breaks for second. He'll be in with a stolen base. So 1-0 count to Romine. Farber now moves into scoring position with nobody out. Here's the set. Payne checking the runner at second. He's offering low for a ball. And the count 2-0. Eight runs on 8 hits for Johnson this afternoon. They've stranded 4. This one swung on and fouled off by Romine for a strike. 2-1 the count. And the next Payne offering. Swung on. Shot between short and third. Coming across second to score is Farber. And Romine in with a double. Our score is now 9-4.
Now batting shortstop, number 11, Chris Cardona.
So that'll bring Chris Cardona to the plate with once again a runner on second and nobody out. Cardona has flown out to center. Hit a single, scored a run, has a stolen base on the afternoon. Actually flew out to center twice. So Zach Jimenez now on at second base. Pinch running for Johnson. Payne's pitch high for a ball. Been a windy day. Don't know if that wind has really caused any havoc or made any decision in this afternoon's contest thus far. Still have more baseball to play, though. A throw by Payne to second. Get the runner back in. And Cardona steps back in. Payne checking the signal. Here's his pitch. Inside for ball. 2-0 the count. It's again to set that Davenport defense for you. It's Hamlin at first. Meckler at second. Tristan Rudewick the shortstop. And at third base lock Taylor. Payne set. His pitch swung on and missed for a strike. And it's 2-1. Lead off a second by Romine. Here's Payne's pitch. This one fouled off. Even the count at 2. Two balls, 2 strikes to the shortstop Cardona. Ryan Romine at second base with nobody out here in the top of the 6th inning. The set and the pitch. This one turned on and fouled off. Third base side of the field. Cardona stays alive at 2-2. Here's a set. Payne's next offering in the dirt for a ball. Count now full at 3 balls and 2 strikes. I want to remind you more baseball and softball action here on the Wolves Network to come. Be filling you in on all the games. It'll be carried here on the network a bit later on this afternoon. Here's the pitch. This one high. And Cardona on with a walk. Once again, Coach Canan heads to the mound. Have a word with Payne. And we will see what changes, if any, take place. Now coming in, we have a pitching change, and we'll get to that here in just a moment as we take a break here. With our score, Johnson 9, Davenport 4. More Wolves baseball on the way here on the Wolves Network. Sweden.
On to pitch for the Wolves, number 24, Colt Wheelock.
Back with you now, Davenport High School, where Johnson leads 9-4 here in the top of the sixth inning. Pitching change for the Wolves. Now on to pitch. The fifth pitcher of the day, this is Colt Wheelock. As he comes on to face the batter, Leonel Barra, who will step in. Barra, right-handed batter. Has a runner on first and second, still nobody out. Barra turns on this one. This will be shot to the second baseman. Throws it away as one run will score. Barra now on second base. And our score now 10-4 Johnson.
Now batting for the Jaguars, number 15, Jackson Schultz.
So Jackson Schultz steps to the plate, his second at bat of the day for Johnson. We've got runners on second and third now. Nobody out here in the top of the sixth. 4 runs this half inning have come across for Johnson. Here's Wheelock's pitch. This one high for a ball. Schultz singled in his last at bat. Thrown out at second. This one away. Outside and away for a ball. 2-0 the count. So Wheelock sets. Here's his next delivery. This one swung on. Once again to the hole between short and third as one run comes across to score. And Schultz now on at second. And still nobody out.
Kyler Brown.
And Kyler Brown steps in. Brown reached on a fielder's choice. Last half inning as he takes this one outside for a ball. So 5 runs this half inning for Johnson. Here's Wheelock's next pitch. This one grounded. Nice stop by the second baseman on to first to get the out. So another run comes across. The score now 12-4 as Trevor Clark steps in for the Jaguars. Clark turns on it. Gets a base hit single. And Schultz comes in to score.
Sevi Martinez.
And Sevi Martinez is now the batter. Martinez a double to start this half inning as Johnson is batted around. Wheelock's pitch. This one over for a strike. Count 0-1. Wheelock the set and the pitch. This one fouled off third base side. And the count is 0-2. Runner on first, 1 out here in the top of the 6th inning. Colt Wheelock on the mound now for Davenport. This pitch outside for a ball. 1-2 the count. Seven runs, 7 hits this half inning for the Jaguars. Pitch high. The count evens at 2 balls and 2 strikes to Martinez. Wheelock sets. Here's the pitch. This one swung on and missed. Martinez strikes out.
Now batting, center fielder number 9, Johnny.
There are 2 away, and Johnny Anderson, the center fielder, is the matter. Anderson singled and scored earlier this half inning. Wheelock, the set and the pitch. Here's a strike. Anderson was swinging. Clark, the runner at first for Johnson. 2 down. This one outside for a ball. The count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. So nice lead off of first there by Clark. The set, the pitch, high for a ball. 2-1 the count to Johnny Anderson. Anderson 1 for 3 on the day. As he struck out back in the second and flew out to the shortstop back in the 4th inning. Pitched this one inside. The count is 3 balls and 1 strike to the Jaguar center fielder. The pitch swung on, fouled off. Down the third base side, 3-2, full count to Anderson. Anderson back in now. Wheelock the set. Here comes the payoff pitch. This one looped into right field for a base hit. Coming around to take third base is Clark.
Now batting number 6, Zach Jimenez.
Not only is that the second hit of the game for Anderson, that's the second hit of the game this inning as he's now at first base. Now batting Zach Jimenez for Johnson. He's got runners on the corners with 2 outs. Wheelock sets, pitch, outside for a ball. It's 1-0. The count to Jimenez. Gorgeous ballpark here at Davenport High School, by the way. If we get a chance to come out here to a game, I highly recommend it. 385 to Deadaway Center. And it's 310 to right in center field. This one swung on and missed by Jimenez. Count even now to ball and a strike. Here's a set by Wheelock. He comes with it. This one outside for a ball, 2-1. Now the count on the matter. 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs here in the top of the 6th inning. Strike, this one, correction, pitch inside for a ball. That runs the count to 3-1. First day of spring still officially 1 week from today. This one outside, and Jimenez now at first base.
Now batting number 4, Ryan Romine.
So base is now loaded. 2 outs. And Romine with his second at bat of the half inning. Romine 2 hits on the day. He singled back in the fourth and got a double earlier this half inning, scoring a run. Pitch this one inside for a ball. The count 1-0 to Romine. Clark, the runner at third for Johnson. And once again, Coach Canan out to the mound to have a word with his hurler. We'll leave it here with this reminder that more Wolves baseball on the way here on the Wolves Network. As a matter of fact, Wolves softball as well, as we'll be bringing you action this coming Wednesday when Davenport takes on Fredericksburg. First pitch set for 11. We look forward to seeing you there and then. That's this coming Wednesday for Wolves softball. Conference over, and Romine steps back in. Clark at third, Anderson, the runner at second. Jimenez, the runner at first. This pitch low and away for a ball. And the count 2-0 to Romine. We lock the set, and the pitch, this one hits him. So that brings another run across.
Now batting for the Jaguars, number 11, shortstop Chris Cardona.
And that'll bring shortstop Chris Cardona to the plate. (14-4) now our score as Johnson leads Davenport. Cardona singled earlier in this half inning, scored a run. Here's a grounder. It's handled by the shortstop. On to first to retire the side. So 8 runs that half inning for Johnson as we head to the bottom of the 6th inning, and our score is now Johnson 14, Davenport 4. More Davenport baseball on the way here on the Wolves Network.
Box combo, please. At Raising Cane's, we do one thing. We do it better than anyone else. So why not let our food do the talking? Love in the window. Raising Cane's, only the best chicken finger meals. One love.
Box combo, please.
At Raising Cane's, we do one thing. And we do it better than anyone else.
What's your Wi-Fi score? With the GVTC Wi-Fi Score Quiz, you can determine the Wi-Fi speed to suit your needs. Maybe you're a typic user who only has a few connected devices around the house. Take our quick Wi-Fi score quiz today at gvtc.com/Wi-Fi score and make sure your connection is up to speed.
Back with you at Davenport High School as we head to the bottom of the 6th inning and the Wolves coming to bat. 8 runs, 8 hits, and 3 runners left on base there for Johnson in the top of the 6th inning. It's a total of 14 runs, 14 hits, and 8 runners stranded by the Jaguars this afternoon. Schwab, who's gone quite a good distance here in relief, will face Hamlin, Rudowig, and and Braden Mulkey here in the bottom of the 6th. And Hamlin steps into bat. Hamlin at first base now. Here's the pitch. This one low and inside for a ball. 1-0 the count to the Wolves' first baseman. Hamlin hit into a fielder's choice back in the 2nd. Struck out in the 3rd. Here's a grounder. This one hit to the shortstop. On to first base for 1 out. So that was Cardona over to Martinez, who's now in at first for Johnson.
Number 11, C.J. Tanner.
And there's 1 out. Now batting C.J. Tanner for Davenport. Takes the first pitch and pops it back for a strike. Tanner, right-handed batter, takes this one outside for a ball. C.J. Tanner, an RBI thus far on the season. Scored a couple of runs. Next pitch outside for a ball, 2-1. The count to C.J. Walked a couple of times, 1 strikeout on the year thus far. This one over for a strike to even that count at 2-2. Tanner, right-handed batter, steps back in. Schwab's next offering swung on and missed. And Tanner down on strikes.
Now batting for the Wolves, number 17.
And that brings up Braden Mulkey. Mulkey's reached on a base on balls back in the 2nd inning. Struck out in the 4th. Left-handed batter takes this pitch over for a strike. Mulkey spent some time on the mound this afternoon for Davenport. Here's the next pitch. Mulkey turns on it, grounder to the first baseman. Martinez steps on the bag. That'll retire the side. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. And I believe that will call it. So this afternoon, it was Johnson with a big 6th inning to blow open the lead and defeat Davenport 14-4. We thank you so much for joining us here on the Wolves Network. Don't forget, softball coming your way this coming Wednesday morning when the Davenport Wolves take on Fredericksburg. Be 11 o'clock first pitch slated for that, and we invite you to join us for more sports action all season long right here on the Wolves Network.
For attending the Comal Class Baseball Tournament hosted here at Wolfpack Park as well as Canyon Lake.